Carolina was unable to repeat. Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube. I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good Sunday to you. I'm just popping in to give my reaction to this women's national title game. Number 1 seed South Carolina and number 2 seed UConn Lady Huskies, and it started off real tight. Looked like it was going to be a tight one from the beginning to the end. And UConn just actually they went to that second quarter, and they was 10 points up at the half, and they never looked back in the second half. They blow out South Carolina Lady Gamecocks 82-59. They win their 12th title under Gino Auriemma, who is a legend in the game. Again, make sure you come in here and smash like that, like this live stream on TikTok. Make sure you come in over here on Facebook and YouTube as well. Like, subscribe to the channel, Kendrick Sports Host, if you haven't already. Just give me your thoughts on it if you watched it. I know everybody do not watch women's basketball. I do. And this was kind of being hyped up. I ain't gonna say it was hyped up. We were looking forward to this one. I thought it was going to be like a heavyweight title fight, and it did start out that way. Again, it was 19-14 after the first quarter with UConn leading. Then at the half, UConn would lead by 10, 36-26. And it ended up being 62-42 after the third quarter. So this game turned out to be a blowout. So that's just it happens. But you know, what can you say? Hats off to the UConn Lady Huskies. You know, they were the number 2 seed. I said it from the beginning. I thought that if any team outside of South Carolina, go Pack Go. That's right, Tucker Craft. Appreciate you popping in too. Make sure you smash that like button. I said if any team on the women's side that had any shot of winning this thing, of beating South Carolina, I thought it was UConn. And boy, did they play strong today. Speaking of playing strong today, their phenomenal freshman, Sarah Strong for the UConn. I believe she put up a double-double. She had 22 points and 15 rebounds, and she did her thing, as well as Z Fudd. She probably is going to be the MVP of the most valuable player of this tournament. I think she ended up with 26 points, 4 rebounds for the UConn Lady Huskies, as well as another legend for UConn. This is her last game, Paige Beckers. I have been saying her last name wrong for a long time. I was saying Buchers, but it's Beckers, Paige Beckers. She was somewhat quiet, but she had acquired 17, 18 points, 6 rebounds. But again, the Lady Huskies, they win their 12th title. The last one time they won one was in 2016, and they have won them all up under head coach Gino Auriemma. As far as South Carolina Lady Gamecocks, I think we can honestly say both these teams, these programs are going to be at the top of the mountain in the ladies game for years to come. Unfortunately, the South Carolina wasn't able to repeat. They were looking to go, win their third one in the last 4 years. Wasn't able to do that. They just didn't have it today. UConn was the better team. UConn just they was the better team from the beginning. It looked like it was going to be a tight one. Again, it was 19-14 at the end of the first quarter. I said, okay, we're gonna have a tight one. And then that second quarter, UConn started making shots, and South Carolina couldn't buy a bucket. They didn't shoot the ball well. So again, that was the ladies' national game. It just finished up on ABC. If you didn't check it out, I was watching it. I just wanted to come in and give my reaction to it. 82-59. Shout out to the UConn Lady Huskies on a hell of a season. They finished 37-3, and the South Carolina Lady Gamecocks, they finished 35-4. My thoughts on Z Fudd. I believe I'm saying that. Hey, you know what? This was my first time really checking her out, and she really is a complete ball player. She put one move. She did a crossover. I want to say that was in the third quarter that left. I can't remember the defender for South Carolina. Left her standing there. She's just a fundamentally sound young lady. I realized I didn't know she had quite a few injuries the last a year and a half, and so she is coming back. She's already graduated. She's working on her grad degree now, but she is coming back. But definitely, she put up 24 points, and I already said she's got to be the most outstanding player in this national title game. As far as that freshman they got, Sarah Strong, she's one of the top freshmen in the country, along with South Carolina Lady Gamecocks freshman as well, Johnson. So they're gonna be a program to be reckoned with for years to come. We all always know we know UConn is always gonna be there when we talk about the lady basketball. Do I think South Carolina's overrated? I don't think they were overrated. I didn't think they had that one go-to star player. Like if they really needed somebody to take over a game, I thought that South Carolina didn't have that one player that could do that. I think overall they were a talented team. I just didn't think they had that one player that could put the team on their back when they really needed to, and they did today. They needed that one player that could put the team on their back and get them some buckets, and nobody could do that as far as today. But again, hats off to Dawn Staley, head coach. She's a legend. South Carolina's one of my favorite teams. Dawn Staley is one of my favorite coaches. They'll be back. I don't think they overrated. You don't win the kind of you don't win. You don't win like they win in the last 5-6 years and be kind of overrated, because the college game is about reloading too. It's about reloading, and that can be difficult to because your roster changes every year, especially now with this transfer portal. Man, it's like a change. It's like a turnover. So to be able to get to get your team prepared and get them ready to make a run for a title, your coaching skills got to be on point. And again, these two legendary coaches, Gino Auriemma and Dawn Staley, are two of the best. They are the two best in the game at this point. So there you have it. UConn Lady Huskies win their 12th national title under Gino Auriemma. Now, switching to the men's side real quick, the game that shocked the world. Because I was rooting for Houston, but I picked Duke to probably win this thing, and man, let me tell you, I actually fell asleep, so I missed the end. I missed the end of the Duke Houston game, and I'm kicking myself in the butt for that, for falling asleep. But yes, we got Duke taking that L. The Houston Cougars 70-67 in a game, man. Those Houston Cougars, I said that they were the best defensive team left in out of the four teams, and they showed it last night. LJ Cryer put that team on his shoulders. He went for 26 points, 6 for 9 from beyond the arc, and man, again, they let Flag get his, but at the end of the day, Houston, that defense, they're unstoppable, relentless. Kelvin Sampson, man, has done a heck of a job with those Houston Cougars, man. What can you say? Emmanuel Sharp also 16 points. He was 3 for 7 from behind the arc. Do you think Cooper Flag going back to college or NBA draft? Nah, I think he's one and done. I think he's going back. I think he's going to the NBA. He's going to be the number 1 draft pick. I wouldn't be mad at him if he went back. I mean, heck, with the NIL, hell, he's probably can make just as much money in college as he can in his rookie contract. But I think he's gone. I think he is. So we'll see. But the Houston Cougars, shout out to them, man. I hope they can do it against Florida. Last time Houston Cougars made it to the national title game was 1984. So we talking what? 41 years ago. Last time Houston made it. As far as the Florida Gators, last time they made it, I think, was 2008 when they won it for the second time. So it's been a while for both these programs. But I think, I'm rooting for the underdog. Right now, Florida has been listed as a 1.5-point favorite. But I'm in Texas, so I'm rooting for the Cougars because Phi Slamma Jamma, I remember those days of the 80s with Hakeem, the legendary Hall of Fame center, Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler, Hall of Famer, and Michael Young and Larry Minshew and Reed Geddes. I'm telling my age, but I remember watching. I remember being heartbroken when they lost to North Carolina State. Lorenzo Charles with that, he followed up that air ball and dunked it home in 1983. I dang near was crying when that happened. So yeah, hats off to the University of Houston. It's going to be a good one tomorrow night. The two teams that most likely people didn't see had them in this final game. Again, it tips off at 7:50 p.m. Central Standard Time on CBS tomorrow night. But Houston ain't got nothing to lose. Florida ain't got nothing to lose either, because I think no one picked neither one of these teams to be there. So it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I think we're seeing what it is now at the college level. When you're talking about college sports, it is all about the transfer portal. And you having to be able to keep your team together. And then, if a lot of times these players going to transfer, you got to be able to recruit through the transfer portal. What are my thoughts on LJ Cryer? I think he's the engine that makes that car go for the Houston Cougars. That's what I think of LJ Cryer. He's the engine that makes that car go. I think as a whole, that whole team, if you've watched Houston, they defend on the perimeter as good as any team that I've ever seen in a while. They defensively get in you. They get in you. They get on you. They pressure you, and they make threes. So they defend very well. So Florida, I think this is going to be a very evenly matched team. I think Florida defends well too. They play that up and down ball too. Walter Clayton Jr. He put up a 34-piece against Auburn. You're gonna have to keep him in check. And I think the Houston Cougars got some guys defensively that can kind of make it a little difficult for Clayton Jr. And that's what they're gonna have to do on tomorrow night, in my opinion. So again, I know I ain't gonna even ask nobody about their brackets, because brackets were busted a long time ago. But again, for the men's side tomorrow night, we got the the Florida Gators and the Houston Cougars. And I think it's going to be a good one. It's going down in San Antonio, and you believe it, it's going to be that arena is going to be a sea of red and white, because it's like Houston playing a home game, pretty much. You feel me? So we're definitely going to be tuned in to that. So I just want to get on here real quick and give my reaction to the women's national title game. They're doing all the festivities right now on ESPN. Gino REM is being interviewed right now by Holly Rowe. Salute to the Lady Huskies. Also salute to the Lady Gamecocks as well. So bear down. You must be a Bears fan. We're going to see Bear down. I see you. Bear down, Chicago Bears. We're going to be talking a little bit more. We're getting closer and closer to the NFL draft too, by the way. That's coming up in 2 weeks, in 2.5 weeks. And we're going to see who's going to be. It's going to be a lot, I'm sure, willing and dealing. It's going to be some, I'm sure, wait till that week of the draft. It's going to be a lot of phone calls being made, probably people trying to move up in the draft. I don't know necessarily you may see a lot of that. I take that back. You're going to see some movement. I think you're going to see teams want to acquire draft picks, because I think, I think that we already know there's only a few players that's really coveted at the top of the draft. Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, that edge rusher from Penn State, Shedeur Sanders, and that's really probably it when you think about, coveted players. It's going to be, you may not see a lot of teams trying to move up to take picks, but I think you definitely going to see teams that try to accumulate draft picks to have more to go to pick in the second and third, fourth round. What's the best move for the Packers this draft? I think you need to go for the Packers move. Definitely defensive backs and offensive linemen. I think, and I think that's what we got to go with. Jair Alexander most likely won't be back. We've already lost one cornerback, so you can't never have enough cornerbacks at this time, and you can't never have enough offensive linemen too. So I think that's what the Packers gonna do. I'm gonna do a little bit more in-depth now reading up on certain things, because I'm on the Packers newsletter. So I'm going to do a little bit more the closer we get to the draft, just to see what's happening, because you still can make free agent moves right now. So we're gonna see what happens with that. Um, let's see. They're talking with Z Fudd right now. I'm assuming she was named most outstanding player, but she's being interviewed right now. If they didn't, she should have been because she definitely put Connecticut on her back today. What do you think? What do I think the Niners gonna do? I think they gonna go for a little bit of every, because they had a high payroll too, so they lost a lot of players. I think they definitely gonna look heavily at the linebacker position, losing Dre Greenlaw to the Broncos. I think definitely they're gonna look there. Probably gonna look for wide receiver position too, as well. I know they still got Brandon Ayuk and what's the other guy? Juan. I can't think of his last name. Yeah, you still hadn't paid Purdy yet. I was reading something about that too. That they were saying that most likely uh, they're gonna get him around. Some people saying, well, he probably gonna be around 60 million. They said, that ain't gonna happen. They say they probably gonna try to do something with Purdy around the 45 million a year out, which I think that's where these were. I think that'll be good for him. I think Purdy's a solid quarterback. So yeah, they still got to work on what they're going to do with him and how they're going to pay him. So I'm sure they're going to work that out. But the Niners, again, they got some holes they got to plug because they had to release some players just because of some money, the salary cap. So a lot of teams are dealing with that salary cap and trying to retool and regroup. So again, that's going to be the talk the next couple of weeks, far as leading up to the NFL draft. That was something else I wanted to mention uh, Julio Jones, uh, Atlanta Falcons. He played a year or two with the Eagles. He retired. I think he announced his retirement on Friday after like 13 seasons. He's one of the big receivers, one of the best to ever do it. He was a big guy, big receiver, and he had some hell of a years with the Atlanta Falcons. He and Matt Ryan had some good years together, but he officially announced his retirement on Friday after, I believe, 13 seasons out of Alabama. I asked a buddy of mine is Julio Jones the best receiver to come out of Alabama, and he said he thought so because he's a big Falcon fan. So I think he is. I think he is the best receiver to come out of Atlanta. So Julio Jones did retire, officially retired. He announced it on Friday. Then we had the NBA Hall of Famers now announced on Saturday. Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, Sue Bird. Who else? I'm missing someone there. I'm missing a couple of others. I just remember those. Oh, Maya Moore. Matter of fact, even head coach for the Chicago Bulls, he was inducted. I can't think of his name right now. He coached for Florida for you. God, dog, is right on the tip of my tongue. Can't think of his name right now. But he coached for the Florida. Matter of fact, he was the head coach of the Florida Gators the last time that they won the national title when they won it back to back. And he coached for the Oklahoma City Thunder for a while too. But he was inducted. Will LeBron get inducted? Oh yeah, that's a given. Yeah, LeBron will be inducted. Remember, the Hall of Fame is not for basketball. It's the basketball, the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame. So it's for all basketball levels, from even from the high school, college, your your Olympic career, and all that. It's not just particularly NBA. It encompasses your whole resume. So it's not just particularly like the NFL Hall of Fame is strictly NFL. The Basketball Hall of Fame is totally different. It encompasses the whole resume. So yeah, LeBron definitely will be inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, hands down, first ballot. Won't be a problem with that. All right, so again, that's gonna wrap it up here today. I just want to pop in and give you about 20 minutes of what my reaction to these NCAA March Madness. Again, is about to end on tomorrow night when number one seed Houston Cougars look to win their first national title ever versus number one seed Florida Gators, who is looking to win their first one since 2008. So who do I got winning tomorrow? The line already has Florida as a 1.5-point favorite, Isaac. I am rolling with the Houston Cougars. I'm going with the Cinderella team. I think the Houston Cougars going to find a way to win that title and bring it back to H-Town. So that's who I'm going with. So, again, it's a good one. Make sure you lock in. Check it out tomorrow on CBS, 7:50 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, I am Kendrick, the sports guy. You can catch me here. Make sure you follow me if you haven't. Man, smash that follow button. Share this live. Make sure you check out some of my other content that's already on my page, Kendrick Henderson 51. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is Kendrick Sports Hustle. That's SporTZHUSTLE, as well as TFG Sports Media on YouTube. You can also follow me on Facebook, Kendrick Sports Hustle, as well as my personal Facebook, Kendrick Roland Henderson. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Kdrick1969. And don't forget to smash that like button, Follow me here on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51. Again, that's a wrap. The UConn Lady Huskies are the women's national champions with the 82-59 victory over the South Carolina Lady Gamecocks. It is the 12th title for the Lady Huskies under the legendary head coach Gino Auriemma. So again, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. I hope you have a great start to your week. You can catch me here this coming Friday at 12 noon. Check me out when we do our freestyle. Friday Freestyle Sports, where we talk sports and just a little bit of everything. Whatever you want to talk about, you can catch me here this upcoming Friday at 12 noon. That's Central Standard Time, 1 Eastern, and 10 a.m. Pacific. All right? So you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We will see you on the other side and on the next report. I am out. Deuces.